Do you have any thoughts on the guy who may have cheated at chess using a vibrating butt plug? I do, actually. I have so many thoughts on this drama scandal or whatever. It's the biggest drama scandal or whatever to hit the chess world in years. And my opinion is that Magnus Carlsen should not have dropped out of the round robin tournament because you just don't do that. It's not something that you do because it kind of screws up the tournament for everyone else. And also he dropped out because he was salty that he lost. And I don't think the guy cheated. I just think that Magnus played a really bad game and he got beat by a 19-year-old and he was super butthurt. So how old is Magnus Carlsen? He's like over 30 as well. So basically he pulls out of the tournament and he insinuates that this 19-year-old guy cheated against him because this guy won against him with playing black in chess, which is harder to win against someone with black than white because you go second, right? So Magnus pulls out the tournament because, I don't know, he lost, but you're not supposed to do, like, you can't do that. You can't just do that at a round robin tournament. It's not something you do. Anyway, and the whole internet and chess community descended onto this 19-year-old guy who just played an amazing game of chess and who had, and I don't know. I gotta say, I'm siding with the. Yeah, I think Magnus was just a baby, and I congratulate. Some people are saying like, oh well, Hans Niemann has cheated online before, blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, cheating online is not the same as cheating in an over-the-board tournament at all. I mean, obviously, no one's going to take my opinion seriously until I get better at chess, which is why I must improve at chess so that I have a good rating so that I can have opinions about chess. But yeah, a lot of people, the speculation just got completely out of control online about this game. Because a lot of people just could not believe that Magnus could be beaten by a 19-year-old playing with the black pieces. But the truth is that, this guy, this 19-year-old has been traveling all over Europe playing tons of classical games over the board for 2 years. He's been really practicing super hard. On the other flip side, Magnus seems to kind of be somewhat frustrated at the format of the World Championship of Chess format, of the long format, and he wants more like shorter time controls. So I don't think it's, I don't know. And I just listened to a podcast today with a guy who, Ken something, a podcast episode with this guy called Ken something, who's a cheating expert for FIDE and everything. And they look up over Hans Niemann's game, and there's nothing out of the ordinary there. He didn't cheat in the game. Magnus is just a baby and pulled out of the tournament. That's my opinion anyway. Not that it matters because, I'm so low rated that nobody, But that's my opinion. One day, maybe if I'm higher rated, my opinion will matter. Obviously, Magnus is an amazing chess player. It's just that I think he kind of acted, and by insinuating that this guy was cheating, he ruined the tournament for this other guy, because by pulling out of the tournament, it cancelled the point for the guy who beat him. And also, the internet just went completely, it was just out of control. And so, this guy's tournament was effectively ruined. And so obviously he didn't win, but he was starting off really well and stuff. It's pretty petty, I agree. Especially when you consider the age difference between the two. I don't know. And the fact that, I don't know. I've watched multiple GMs talk about it, and you just don't pull out of a round robin tournament unless you have to go to the hospital or one of your family members is unless it's a really because the format of the tournament itself kind of depends on on everyone to play their games. So all that to say, I definitely do have opinions on the matter, obviously. How could I help it, you know? How could I help it? How could I help but have opinions? And also, Magnus Carlsen is kind of a part of chess.com as well. Now, they've signed some kind of deal or whatever. I don't know. I just, you know, in this kind of situation, I would tend to side with the quote-unquote underdog anyway. But I just think it's an amazing accomplishment to beat the world champion and the best player in the world with the black pieces. And instead of that accomplishment being celebrated, this young chess player who has actually, Hans Niemann, the guy who's been accused of cheating in this whole thing, he's actually, you know, he's expressed in a joking way, but he's expressed what could be interpreted as ideas of some quite, you know, his mental health doesn't seem. I hope he'll you know, he'll be okay through this. It seems like people are leaning towards supporting him now because no evidence has come out, and you can only accuse someone of cheating for so long in the face of so many established people saying nothing happened. Magnus just didn't play a good game. The Mourinho gif is such a cowardly way to accuse your opponent of cheating. I'd be more inclined to believe him if he made his accusation in a less childish way. Yeah, exactly. The reason he posted a gif instead of actually accusing him of cheating is because if you accuse them of cheating, you have to cough up evidence, or you could, you know, have some serious legal problems and all of that. So instead, he just insinuated that Hans was cheating, and he let the internet go completely bonkers, hypothesizing and scrutinizing, and he withdrew from the tournament. That, you know, that's also, he withdrew from the tournament as well, which is unheard of. He's never done that. This does not happen in round robin tournaments. It's not something that happens. In chess, from what I understand, there are different kinds of tournaments. I've been reading up on it because one day, maybe, if I'm good enough, I'd like to do some tournaments, wink, wink, haha. But there are different kinds of tournaments. So there are the Swiss ones and there are round robins. And the Swiss ones, you can withdraw when you want, from what I understand. But the round robins, you do not withdraw. It's not something that you do. People were literally accusing him of using precision-timed Wi-Fi but beads to cheat. I know. And I did a nervous laugh because I was about to say that word on stream, and then I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. But it's like, I don't know. I couldn't help but feel bad for Hans Niemann throughout all of this, you know. I've from the start, from the very first day of all of this, I was like, Magnus is being a big baby. Not in a good way. Not cute. They could do more to combat over-the-board cheating, probably. I agree. I think that phones should be confiscated during the tournament. Why not? Just make chess tournaments a place where you can't use your phone. Sorry. You want to do tournaments? You know, there has to be phone lockers. Phone lockers at the entrance of all over-the-board tournaments. I don't know how that would work, though. But it's the phones. That's the issue. Phones are already banned. Are they really, though? I'm not sure if they are in the lower... Obviously, in the high-level tournaments, like the ones with Hans Niemann and Magnus Carlsen, they get wanded before going into the bathroom. Phones are banned. But if you want to get a FIDE rating, there are some tournaments where you can go to those, and I don't think they confiscate your phones or anything. It's more kind of like a trust thing, from what I understand. What I think is that Magnus Carlsen should get the same scrutiny. If he can vaguely accuse some guy of cheating just because he loses, I think people should start vaguely accusing Magnus Carlsen of cheating every time they play him by posting other GIFs that give off the same insinuations, the Mourinho GIF. Now, I'm not sure what GIFs. I haven't thought this through yet. This isn't something that I am presenting to you fully formed. I'm just talking